Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff here again, and like I mentioned at the very tail end of my last video, I was going to go ahead and make a thread response. This is for Richard McCook and his 10 questions for the VC, and I thought this would be good. I've seen some other people answer it, and these are some pretty probing questions, and I thought, hey, why not? This sounds like, kind of fun to get people's thoughts and to hear what they're thinking, and so see what they're thinking about their channel and everything. So I'm going to do it a little differently, though, and with Richard's permission, I am going to have him ask me the questions and we'll get right into it. So let's just jump right into this so it won't be too terribly long, and take it away. Go ahead, Richard. What's the first question?
Do you ever get disheartened whenever you think a video that you've done should actually do quite well, but it is completely ignored? And give an example if that's the case.
Okay, to be honest, I really just kind of make the videos for my own purposes. I don't really have any expectations. I don't really have any, this one should be really great. I mean, obviously you put a little more effort in some of them, but it's like, the topic is only going to be interesting to certain people possibly. So I don't have any expectations like, oh, this one's going to go viral. So, I mean, there's some topics that maybe are more near and dear to my heart, but honestly, I don't have any expectations.
How often do you check your subscriber count?
That is a great question, Richard. How often? How often? So really, every time I log in, which is multiple times a day, it's one of those, I have a tab and my YouTube is always on because I'm always checking for comments. I try to stay up with the comments. I don't always, but so a couple times a day, I'm refreshing the screen just to see if there's any comments or anybody that I need to reply to. And so my count is right there on the dashboard. So it's not that I'm checking my count, but it's there, so I see it.
Question 3, how often do you ask people to hit the subscriber button in your videos? Do you do it in every video, occasionally, or almost never?
All right, that's another good question. So how often do I ask? You see it in other people, and then sometimes you feel like you have to say, hey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that stuff. And occasionally I'll say it, but I don't always remember to say it. Then I got an upgrade to my video program, and it had a bunch of extra little graphics and stuff that say that kind of stuff. And so you've seen me pop those graphics in occasionally, but even that I forget to do because it's not a big deal. Sometimes I'm thinking about it, oh, let me put these graphics in, look cute. I don't know if it helps. I don't know if it matters. People are either going to like it or not, so I don't really worry about it. So I'm not intentionally trying to always remember to do it. And there are some videos that I've seen that are definitely like that, where right in the middle of the beginning, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and then they go on with the regular video. It's kind of like part of the template they use. So yeah, I don't get into that, so I'm not too worried about that. People do or they don't, but I'm not pushing for it.
Question 4, how do you feel when you lose subscribers, and what is the most you have lost in one day?
Okay, Richard, that's a great question related to the last one as far as your subscriber count. I watch it, and sometimes I can see it drop, but I don't really, I know that they got the bots that come and go. I know that some people come and check you out for a while, but I've never seen it really fluctuate more than, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, 1 or 2 a day. Maybe it may go up and down. Like I said, I've been hanging at the same number now for, I swear for at least a month, and it goes anywhere between a 2 and 3 span, and every day it's a little different. I don't recall. There are times when it kind of jumps up a lot. Tends to be when you're doing things, a contest or something, and people are, checking you out. So I don't know. I haven't really paid enough attention to it or ever been disheartened by, oh, I lost 5 people. I've never seen that big of a jump, so I guess it's not really noticeable or paid much attention to it.
How do you feel when people comment on your video and they obviously haven't watched it? For example, you get a comment 2 minutes after uploading the video, and the video is about 15 to 20 minutes long.
Yeah, okay, so I get it, the whole comment thing. And I have at occasions noticed where I'm thinking, not only is the comment maybe nebulous, it's just kind of like, cool, or it's very generic, that could be put on any video. Makes you wonder, is it something that somebody's inserting automatically. They're just going by and, hitting all of that. But it's very rare that I see anything like that. It's also very rare. Sometimes I'm like, how did they have time to watch the video? But then I think to myself, okay, well, I guess they have had time. I can't say that I've necessarily noticed any kind of trend or any particular situations where I can say, hey, they obviously didn't watch it. And honestly, I don't care, whatever. Comments are good. And even if they didn't watch it and they commented, I mean, in the YouTube algorithm, I guess that's good too. So whatever. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really pay much attention to all of that.
When you hit that 1,000 subs, or if you already have, will you monetize your channel? And if you're eligible for the thanks option where you're asking people for money, will you promote it?
Okay, all right, great question, the old monetized question. So here's the thing. I wasn't sure if I would or wouldn't monetize when I hit 1,000. I hit 1,000, and so in order to monetize your account, you have to hook it to a Google AdSense account. There's a lot of steps with that. You have to have, you got to set up for money and tax and all that stuff. And a lot of times it's not really worth it. However, I did monetize mainly because I already had that account set up, because at work, I had to set up an account for something we did at work that I set it up and it was there. And it never got turned off, but it never really got used. But all of that stuff was set up because initially I set it up years ago. So when it came time and I hit 1,000, they started alerting me that, hey, you're eligible. And literally all I had to do was say, okay. And it went through a couple steps and I had to, change a name here, whatever. But it really was so easy because I already had it set up. And so I thought, well, let's see what happened. And I did it. But, I'm not even watching how much I'm making, but it's they don't pay out until you reach a certain amount of money, and I haven't seen a dime yet, even though I hit 1,000, I don't know, a couple months ago. So I obviously hadn't hit the threshold to make any money there, but I did monetize. I thought, whatever, what the heck? Because who knows? One day I might make a viral video, and thousands of people will watch it, and I'll get $10. So anyway. But it was just kind of yeah, let's do it, and I did it. It wasn't like I was itching to get to 1,000 so I could do it, because I'm not expecting to make anything. But, it was like, all right, easy to do, click it, and I was done. And the other part of that, the whole thanks option, I honestly don't understand that. Never looked into that. Obviously, I don't care. So that's, I don't know. I'm not pursuing it.
Do you ever sub another channel just to try and get a sub back? And what percentage of channels that you have subbed have you actually hit the notification bell?
Okay, so the whole resub thing. Now, I used to always get notifications a lot of times when you see a new subscriber. It wasn't always, but it was often. And I would go check out their channel and usually resubscribe, also subscribe to them. So I was doing that kind of as a return favor. Depends on what they have on their channel. If they were related, if they were another vinyl person, music person in general, yes. And I am subscribed to hundreds of people that are in our general network of music. But I don't usually go do that in order to get a click back, because I go subscribe to people who are in our community. I kind of keep this channel based on music. And so I will go and click on them and check out for a while. Oftentimes they do click back. I guess they might be working under the same that I do. I go click people when I see that they've joined me, if I'm not a member. A lot of times I'll see a name and somebody's commented and I'm like, I don't recognize that person, so I click and see if they have a channel, and I'm like, oh, they do have a channel. They're a new person, and I subscribe to them. So I do kind of look out for that, names I don't know that are in my comments, but I don't expect. I'm not doing it to expect that. I don't think I've got any notifications from more than one or two people, just because I scan my subscription thing almost daily. Pretty much multiple times a day, but I don't. I've got so many in there, I don't have a lot of notifications on. I think I still have notifications on for maybe the first couple people I started watching in the vinyl community years ago, and so I occasionally get notifications of them popping up. But for the most part, I just scan my list and watch videos based on, the time I got that day. But I don't really do a lot of notifications.
Question 8. How long do you think is an acceptable time to wait before replying to a comment, if you even do reply to a comment?
All right, this is a great question. So, and I always wonder about this with the whole how long after comments are made. I try to get comment replies within the same day. Doesn't always do that. Sometimes you reply to some of them really quick. Some of them don't really require a reply, but you kind of want to reply because they will show up in your dashboard showing that they haven't been replied to. And I know I have some that I just never replied to and they're still in there, but I try to weed them out. So then I'll scroll back and I'm like, oh, I missed this one from a month ago. Do you want to reply from a month ago? Yeah, sure, why not? So I reply. It all depends on the timing and how, maybe that person has already replied to, has already commented on 2 or 3 videos since that time. And then you feel kind of weird because you're like, are they going to think I'm weird for replying to something they said to me a month ago? I'm like, whatever. First off, it'd be nice to kind of, to keep up with that, but also to thank them for what they said. Hey, thanks for swinging by, thanks for the comment. And if they say something that's engaging, yeah, let's start a conversation. Hey, I agree. This is my view or whatever. So those are the kind that I kind of want to stay up on top of so that they don't get, too far behind. If people are actually asking or commenting in an engaging way, some of the ones that are more generic, maybe you're like, what do you want to, how do you, other than saying thanks, so sometimes I may get behind on doing those and things along that line. But I try to stay up on them within the first day or two, which is why I'm always checking my dashboard, which makes me check my subscriber count, even though that's not the intention, is I'm trying to keep up with that and so that I can stay on top of that.
Do you participate in Record Store Day? And if you do you ever feel the need to show your purchases even before you get home? In other words, as soon as you get in the car, coming out of the shop, open them up and making a video?
Okay, Record Store Day. I have done Record Store Day videos. As was mentioned, Lisa mentioned in hers, I think was in her response to this, that Record Store Day videos get a lot of views, and they do. Some of my biggest videos are Record Store Days. Now, I don't show in the store usually. I don't show when in the car. I do come home. I do open them usually. I get them in my sleeves and everything, and then I will make a video. And I do try to do that the same day just because it's a hot topic and people want to see what they might have missed. And I swear, I look at that Record Store Day list ahead of time, and there are still things when I get back and I see people showing, I'm like, I don't recall seeing that on the list. And so, it's kind of weird. You get this tunnel vision view of you look at what you want, but you forget or miss out on some of the things that, oh, if I'd have known that was there, I probably would have got that.
Do you enjoy doing collaboration videos? And do you enjoy watching them? And are you ever put off when you are watching them if they run over the 1 hour mark?
All right, these collaboration videos. So here's my thought on them. Now, if it's one that I'm catching live, where I'm actually able to comment, I could sit there, if, depends on time allowed, I could sit there for an hour and chat back and forth with them. I've got on some where it's kind of an open door policy, and I'm like, I got some time, and I'll log on. It's been a while, but I'll log on and interact and be on the call. And they can go hours. And if I'm just, doing that, killing time, then yeah, it's nice to do. Now, if I totally miss a live call and I see it then post and it's 2 hours long, sadly, depends on the topic. Most of the time, I don't. I do get kind of turned off by them being very long. I like them, and like I say, I like to watch them and participate in them, and I'd love to do some, but just being able to be there and chatting, have your presence known, and interact, I'll do that for multiple hours if I have the time. But to go back and watch one, or watch it later, is rare that I do that. I'm sorry.
And the bonus question: do you ever check your last video to make sure that you're not wearing the same shirt?
All right, great bonus question. Do I check? Okay, ever since we started working from home, here we go, deep dark secrets. Been working from home like most people, who got sent home, who could do work from home, back in March 2020. So from March 2020 on, I'm here. What has changed in my habits since March of 2020? I don't get up and shower every day. I don't change my clothes every day. If I didn't do anything but sit at my desk all day, I'm putting these clothes back on tomorrow. I don't go back and look at what I wore too long ago, because obviously shirts rotate. I have so many shirts in my drawer, and what I do is when we wash our clothes, because this is all you see, you only see my shirt. This will go in the laundry. It'll get washed. It gets put back in my drawer on the top of my drawer. So my drawers would be newer things that I've recently worn on top. When I go to get a shirt in the morning, whenever I change, I dig to the very bottom and pull the bottom shirt out of one of the sides of my drawers. It keeps them rotating. So the chances of me wearing the same shirt is going to be, anywhere close together is going to be fairly rare. Like they should be weeks apart, because I'm not changing every day, so that means I'm only pulling 2, maybe 3 shirts a week. Now, if I made a video today, like I made 2 videos today, and one was the contest winnings, and then this one, both of them are going to be wearing the same shirt. These are going to post within a day of each other. So, and usually it says, I say something like, hey, I'm going to do another video today. And so, but now if I happen to be wearing this shirt and I made a video today and I post it, and then I don't make one tomorrow, and by chance I put the shirt on a 3rd day and I make another video, I'm probably going to change my shirt, because now there's 2 days gaps, and I don't usually wear them. I can't say, I have worn the same shirt for 3 days, because again, you sit at your desk all day, you don't go out. I don't usually go out. You don't get dirty, you don't sweat, etc. So I can get a couple days out of them unless I spill food on them. So, I don't look back, but if it's if I'm doing videos in a short span, I will try to make sure that I've changed so that I'm not doing the same shirt multiple days. So that's it, though. That's all. Great stuff. It's fun to dig into this and get people's thoughts. Richard, thanks for this. Anyway, it's kind of neat. Delve into the mind of other video makers and go from there. So that's it, though. This has been drawn on for so long, and I do thank you for watching, and I will be back. Rock on and rock hard.